Navy. They had few aircraft, and of course they had a large number of land forces. And they had multi-barrel rocket launchers, they had artillery guns, you name it, they had it. It's like any conventional army. So we together fought very well and defeated them on ground. And countries like Russia and certain other friendly countries fought for us on the international forums and put down whatever the pressure that was coming on our way. In this connection, particularly the friendship that is shown by the Russian government towards Sri Lanka, with Sri Lanka and Russia, the friendship is strengthening rapidly, particularly since recent past. I think the credit should go to our Ambassador, His Excellency Udayanga Viratunga. I can see for the last 3 days the amount of work he has done to bring these two countries together, and as a result, that helped us in a long way defeating terrorism, because the Russia helped us to keep the international pressure away from Sri Lanka. I will not take your time further, but I am very thankful to all of you, gentlemen and ladies, for being here today, and I'm hoping to meet you all individually during this reception. And once again, thank you very much for being here tonight.
Thank you, sir. Now it is the turn of our outgoing ambassador of Bangladesh. It's you.
Thank you, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. I will do just the opposite of what the Sri Lankan ambassador did. I will not speak in Sinhalese, I will not speak in Russian, because I do not speak either of the two. But I'll be something closer to what Admiral Osanda did. Speak in a tongue that our colonial masters left with us. And interesting that the Indian subcontinent has one common factor, and that's the English language. But I hope you'll bear with us. I'm most honored, I'm most privileged, and I'm most humbled by the gesture shown by my deputy ambassador, Peter Kuka. You know, what a lovely name, and what befitting the occasion also. What should I say? The glorified, aroused, valiant person. That's what the name comes to in Sanskrit. For organizing this reception, I'm doubly honored that my farewell is in conjunction with the welcome reception for the very distinguished delegation of the Sri Lankan Navy, which comes at a moment of great pride in the history of Sri Lanka. Indeed, we all look forward to the end of this very unfortunate civil war that the LTT's activities that have been condemned across the world as terrorism, and the end to terror, and the beginning of integration, the beginning of, as you said, one Sri Lanka, one nation. As a fellow South Asian nation, we look forward to celebrating all of that together. For me personally, Sri Lanka is a second home. Given a choice, I would adopt, if not Dhaka, Colombo to be my home. And I have great friends there. As I was listening to your national anthem, which has such interesting Bengali ring to it, I was also thinking of my dear friend, Amadeva. I mean, this is of course a circle of friends. And I thank all of you for joining us. I go back to Dhaka after a very brief spell here. I have got great friends, South Asian and beyond. We have great friends in the Foreign Office. I see the former ambassador of Russia to Bangladesh, and I'm really grateful that you're here this evening also. And therefore, I find this occasion one of those where I can say thank you to all of you together, and that this is this is not a goodbye, because in our business we get to meet, our paths do cross. This is a celebration. This is a celebration of this constant relay race that we are all engaged in. I'm particularly grateful that this is happening here in the embassy of Sri Lanka, with which we have unquestioned, warmest, friendliest relations. Therefore, if you permit, I will end with this very favorite song of mine. Amadeva's this island of gems, which is your homeland, birthplace. Lanka, the island of Sri Lanka, is a gem, is the land of brave. I thank you, Pastor.
Thank you very much, sir. Now may I call upon one of our veteran writers, Mr. Sriman Karunathilu, for his delivery.
Your Excellency Lanka Viratunga, Madam Uma Viratunga, Admiral Vasantha Karanagoda, the Chief Guest of the occasion, guest of the day, also the Army Commander, Commander of the Sri Lanka Army, Sri Lanka Navy, I'm sorry, pardon me. His Excellency Mohammed Taib, Ambassador for the Republic of Bangladesh, Your Excellency, His Excellency Vladimir Petrovich Mikhailov, Russian Ambassador in Sri Lanka, who is a surprise guest on this occasion. I'm very glad to see him here this evening. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, friends, I am grateful to His Excellency Lanka Viratunga, our Ambassador, for giving me this opportunity to present a book written by me on 50 years of Sri Lanka, former USSR and present Russia relations. I am a person who has devoted major part of my life for fostering and promoting friendship and cooperation between the Soviet Union at that time and now Russia and Sri Lanka. On the occasion of the 50th anniversary of the diplomatic relations established as far back as in 1957, during the tenure of Premier Mr. Abdulwali Bandanayake, from that date until 2011, 50 years. On this occasion, I got the idea of writing the history of these 50 years of relations between our two countries, both diplomatic as well as friendly relations. And I tried to trace the history, beginning how the relations began, how the establishment of diplomatic relations began, with a delegation coming here in immediately after Premier Abdulwali Bandanayake came into power in 1956. He sent a delegation headed by Sir Claude Correa, and at that time the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. T.B. Sukhasinghe, some others, and that was the first visit, and they came here and had discussions, and formal diplomatic relations were established on the 19th of February 1957. And Professor Gunapala Madalasekara came here as the first Sri Lankan ambassador to this place, very same place. and Vladimir Georgievich Yakovlev went as the first Soviet ambassador to Ceylon at that time. Ceylon at that time, later Sri Lanka. This is how it began, and it went on for 50 years, and during these 50 years, lots of things have happened. Mrs. Bandanayake, the Prime Minister, after late Isabella Bandanayake, Mrs. Bandanayake, his devoted wife Bandanayake, Bandanayake became Prime Minister. She visited the Soviet Union at that time in 1964, then again in 1974, and there are lots of cooperation and lots of relations developed. All the history is traced, and visitors, for instance, very respected citizens of the Soviet Union, Russia, like Yuri Gagarin, Valentina Tereshkova, they have visited Sri Lanka, and many delegations from either parties from Sri Lanka to Soviet Union and now Russia, and Sri Lankan delegation from say ministers and other friendship delegations have visited. So I have placed this history here, and then our Excellency Udayanga Veeratunga invited me to come here. This by the way, this book was formally launched in Colombo on the 26th of December 2008, and so traditionally, maybe diplomatically or protocol-wise, it had to be formally presented here in Moscow. So our Excellency Udayanga Veeratunga invited me to come to Moscow and then present this in Moscow to persons concerned. And I am here as his guest today, and he has taken care of me. So we are very close to each other. So we are very he have given me opportunity to thank this. So this is only for the time being, it is in Sinhalese language. So today it will be a symbolic presentation for you. But in the course of time, maybe I have a target, maybe with the assistance and the cooperation of our ambassador here, maybe within 1 year, you will read the Russian edition of this. And again, I thank Your Excellency for giving me this opportunity, and all you. And then now I wish to present this formally to our ambassador, Udayanga Veeratunga. Permit me to present a copy to the chief guest here today, Admiral Vasanta Karnagoda, Commander of the Sri Lanka Navy. And my Russian, parties will be receiving their tokens in a moment. So flowers are booming in Sri Lanka today. Flowers are booming in Russia. Let friendship, cooperation, and relations bloom and develop, and long live Sri Lanka-Russia relations. Thank you.
Еще раз от имени всех благодарить, что вы все пришли. И хочу всех пригласить наши ланкийские кухни, которые моя супруга приготовили для вас. Пожалуйста.
Evet.